Hi, folks. District Governor John Anthony coming to you again today with another Governor's Vlog. Today, I am excited to be introducing our new district treasurer. So we've had a district treasurer for, I believe it's 15 plus years, by the name of Steve Klunk. He's out of the York Club, and he's been obviously an amazing giver for our district. Running the treasury, being the treasurer is a huge role that we sometimes forget how much work goes into it. And so we are super grateful to Steve and all the time and effort that he's put in over the years. And today I'm here to introduce our newest volunteer and not a Rotarian for having been with us not that long right now. So gentleman's name is Kris Pedaprolu, right? Did I get that right, Kris?
That's right, John.
Awesome.
It is amazing.
So I love for Kris, we're going to spend a little bit of time getting to know you today. Kris, if you can begin to share, what you do when you're not doing Rotary and maybe a little bit of your Rotary passion.
Okay. Awesome, John. Thank you so much. And I'm so glad to be here. Thank you for the opportunity in your vlog to share it. My name is Pedaprolu. I also go by Kris. So most of the people know me by Kris Pedaprolu. So I initially came to the United States of America for my master's degree. Since then, I have been working as a software consultant in many cities across America, all the way from the East Coast to West Coast, South, Midwest, everywhere. So before moving to Harrisburg, I was working in Chicago. I met my wife, Patty. We got married, and we moved. My wife was from Boston, so we moved here from Boston to Harrisburg. Just after 3 months of moving here, we fell in love with the whole area. We're so happy to get away from the Boston traffic, and ever since we loved being in the Pennsylvania area.
What's not to love?
It's beautiful, real green, very wide, and no traffic. So I work as a software consultant. My specialization is in SAP. It's probably one of the world's largest ERP softwares out there. I'm working for the Pennsylvania Turnpike Commission for the past 8 years. As a part of my job, my domain is specific to human capital management, which involves payroll, accounting, benefits, everything related to the employees, even hiring and retiring and everything. So in addition to that, I am so passionate about serving and giving back to the community. That's what I do in my free time other than work. And I'm so glad that I found Rotary to show my expression of how I want to serve back to the community in whichever way I can.
How long have you been with Rotary?
Yeah, so I recently joined Rotary. I probably joined around in the month of February of this year, just before the COVID hit.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you've been with Rotary for less than a year. That's interesting.
Right. So I joined just before the COVID. So I was lucky to meet many of my Rotarians face to face and had a good interaction before everything went to virtual stuff.
That's wonderful. You're a member of the Harrisburg Club, right?
That's exactly right. So I'm the member of the Harrisburg Rotary Club of Harrisburg Area Club. Yes.
That's a big club with over, I think, 150 members. So if you got there just before pre-COVID, you might have met many of them, but perhaps not all of them. Are you meeting online now, right? Is Harrisburg meeting online?
That's right. So we are meeting online on Mondays at noon to 1. So far, the attendance has been so good, and we are having a good sessions since then. Yeah.
That's fantastic. So when you talk about your passions for giving back to the community, back to the world, what areas are you specifically interested in?
Yeah, so there is a little story behind that. So I was and back in 2013, I have my firstborn. Like looking at him, like my tears rolled down my cheeks, having this piece of life in my hands. So I am. It's a different experience. But fast forward, I just tell that because of the connection I was making with my son. But fast forward few years later, me and my family, we went on a camping trip to Hickory Run State Park near Pocono, Pennsylvania. By the side of a campfire, me and my son looking into the deep blue sky, swinging on a hammock. We were just discussing the birthday party of my son, upcoming birthday party of my son. And I told him with my heart full of love, son, I love you all the way to the moon and back. To which he always generally reply, I love you too, daddy, but even more.
Mm.
At that time, he asked me a question that really changed my life. And he asked me, Daddy, would you have loved me the same even if I were not your son? It was 6-year-olds, man.
Wow.
The way that,
Out of the mouths of babes.
yeah, it was so deep, and I took it a little seriously because it was really deep, and it get me going, thinking about it for a while. And then there are a few experiences that I have seen in my life before I came to the States. There is something called call money. Not sure many of you are familiar with it. It's an exploitation for the poor and vulnerable people, like petty traders and the vegetable sellers and everything. So I asked myself, like, what do I need to do to make themselves have a decent living without putting themselves in the harm's way? And there is almost globally 10% of the world is still living under poverty, and almost for every 1,000 children born, many are dying with the preventable diseases like malaria, diarrhea, pneumonia, that kind of stuff. So my passion became, I thought probably microcredit or micro lending is the single largest anti-poverty tool that is known to the mankind. So I decided myself to spread my sail, to give my best and to give my best to use technology, love, and creative financing to provide innovative solutions and help people who help themselves and who help their communities to create gold mines for their families and their community. That's my passion and that's my why.
I can't tell you how much I love that, and so much of that falls dead spot in the middle of the target for the Rotary Foundation and Rotary International. You know, they've always talked about, you know, when we do grants, you know, they need to be grants that continue on without us. You know, we're building something that will continue on without us, and that is exactly what you're talking about. You know, helping people who want to help themselves has been a mantra of my personal life for years and years. And a lot of that has to go all the way back to how do we help people learn how to fish, not just to give them fish. And many of the grants that have been done globally around the world, even through our district, you know, we gave, for example, I believe it was sewing machines to women in India. John Cram, I think, was involved in this particular, past district governor John Cram, and hundreds of sewing machines to women so that they could build their own business and perpetuate that for themselves forever. And I love that part of what we do, and that's beautiful. I'm looking forward to having a chat with you offline about micro lending. That's really of interest to me. So now you're the treasurer of the district, and you're not afraid. That's awesome. There, you know, we kind of did a search for folks who might be interested, and I love the fact that you're just stepping up and making that happen. You've already had meetings with Melissa and Steve, and I can't tell you how grateful I am for that.
Awesome. That is amazing, John.
So is there anything else that you'd like to share out with the folks? This vlog is really designed, we do these so that we can share what's happening in the district, what's happening with people in the district, what passions they're following, and people that are stepping up in roles for us. And so I just wanted to share out you with the rest of the district and express my gratitude for how much I am very grateful, and the district is grateful that you're doing the work for us.
Awesome, John. All I want to say is Rotary opens opportunities.
Ah.
I look forward to meet every member of all our clubs personally if I can, and just bring this mission in whichever way I can, using any kind of technology or any innovative methods for the whole cause. The work that we are doing is affecting, influencing people across the world. We want to make that small, we want to protect that kindle of fire and make it bigger and bigger to reach everyone, the warmth of it to everyone.
I love that. I didn't even pay him to say Rotary opens opportunities. That was fantastic, Kris. Thank you very much. Folks, if you have any questions for Kris, or you want to reach out and just say hi, his information is in the Club Runner app, which is on your phone. You can also go to our district website. You can reach out to Harrisburg, and there's lots of ways to get a hold of him. And thank you, Kris, for being with us today, and thank you again for your service to the district and to Rotary. And if anybody has any other folks or any other reason, the passion that you're following, your Rotary passion, you'd like to express it out, we're creating somewhere around 40 or 50 of these vlogs through the course of the year to introduce people, their passion, maybe their service projects, their area of interest back to the community, back to the world, internally and externally. So feel free to reach out to me, and I'm more than happy to make all that happen. So thank you very much for joining us today on this Governor's Vlog, and have yourself a fantastic rest of your day. We'll see you around the wheel.